Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm just opening 2 boxes of Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. It is so beyond about time that this arrived in the UK. I mean, I did a Pharaoh Servant pack opening a little while ago and I joked that it was going to fill a gap between when this landed on our shores, and quite frankly, I didn't realize that. I knew it had been delayed at the time, but I didn't realize quite how long we were going to be waiting for this. In fact, I would say we have waited so long for this set, I've lost 75% of my interest. Because I love the side sets, I love the anime geek sets, all that kind of stuff, but at one point this set felt like it was going to be a problem. It felt like there was going to be so much stuff I wanted to play, and in the time since then, I've not only lost interest in most of that stuff, I've lost interest in the game in general. You know, I felt like Dirac was going to drag me back in, even though I really would rather not. Gem Knights, especially with the Absorb Fusion reprints, Lady Brilliant Diamond, all that kind of stuff, it felt like it was finally their time. I want anime stuff for Bandit Keith, anime stuff for Alexis. They're both for character deck purposes. Manga stuff for Bandit Keith, I should say. In the time we have been waiting for this, I've even lost interest in my character decks for the first time in 10 years. For the first time in my life have I felt this far off the actual modern game. Obviously, when I was a kid, I was in and out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And when I was an adult, my enthusiasm, waned and peaked and stuff, peaked and troughed. I've never felt about standard Yu-Gi-Oh! How I feel right now, that it feels in my brain like I'm just so over it at the moment. So I'm not going to be going out my way for stuff in this. The Dirac stuff is definitely going to get sold. The Gem Knights I'll probably will still keep, and I'm sure there was a third archetype I was interested in as well. And I'll be honest, I'm not too bothered about these chibi dudes either. I want the Skull Servant, but other than that, I think I'm happy to see the back of all of them. But yeah, it's been way too long waiting for this one. And yeah, but in a greater scheme of things, it's probably saved me some money. And it's been a while since we opened Yu-Gi-Oh! On the channel. And that is mostly because of the delay for this. But also the fact that we kind of got screwed with Duelist Advance. With that box that just had one secret rare in it. And Konami supports say, well, there's not actually any guaranteed rarity, so there's nothing we can do about it. And you're like, alright, well I suppose there's just been 2 secret rares in every main set box since 2016 for no reason then. But I digress, we've got one now. 2 boxes of Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. We didn't go for the usual 3 boxes, partly because I'm less interested, partly because I don't think the values are necessarily there, and partly because I'm still annoyed about the Duelist Advance box, as I just said. But anyway, we're going to get into it now. You can see we've got the Chibi Blue Eyes, Galaxy Eyes, Junk Warrior, and Gauze on the front there. English edition, first edition. We've got Chibi Skull Servant, which is obviously what I'm after. Chibi Honest, and the Ojamas. They're not Chibi, they're just there. Are they Chibi? We've got Chibi Neo, Stark Paladin, and Gearfried on the end. And without any further ado, let's just get into this and see if we can pull some good stuff out of it. So we have relatively good pull rates. Well, we have very good pull rates, actually, with Starlights in the box openings since I opened my online store. But if it weren't for the Starlight in the last box, in the Duelist Advance box, we would have been massively in Upper Creek, because that last booster box, the hits from that last booster box without a second secret rare amounted to about £8 at the time, so probably less now. And yeah, the Starlight being in one of the other boxes is probably the only thing that saved it. So first of all, we're starting with an S38 Titanic Galaxy. That's pretty cool. We've got a Fairy Tale Prologue Journey's Dawn, Gem Knight Aquamarine, No Punk Foxy Tune, and a Primite Ether Beryl on the end. Well, yeah, on the end there. Very impressive that these are being reprinted already. I am going to buy some more boxes of Supreme Darkness because the price is going to have... Oh, I didn't realize the Foxy Tune is stamped. Very cool. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to buy some more boxes of Supreme Darkness because they're being reduced on the wholesalers. But yeah, kind of impressive to see that being reprinted quite this quick. Still, it's still worth a few pounds, and we'll get it sleeved up, and we'll also get that stamped Foxy Tune sleeved up as well. Do apologise for missing that stamp. I didn't realise you could get stamped ultra rares. Wasn't looking for it, you know. And we'll get into pack number 2. I do seem to have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh related waffle today. I guess it's partly because we haven't had a Yu-Gi-Oh video for a while, and there's a lot of resentment from the Duelist Advance video, and there's a lot of waiting for this, but waffling is what you get on this channel. Gem Elephant. We've got Necros of Colosalas. We've got Onomatopoeia. We got a No Punk Deer Note. Oh, the stamp's fairly common. Rayaktan, Dragon Ruler of Pebbles. That's a secret rare there. We'll have a separate pile for inevitably valueless secret rares. Since, oh, I really messed this up. Since, I mean, Reactan can't be worth anything. It was just in the, it was just in Stampede. There's a secret rare. Like, you can't possibly have needed that secret rare. Okay. In this one we have 2-for-1 Repair Job. That's a Keith card. Ooh, Phantom Quartz. I didn't know if this was reprinted in the set, but it is, so that's good. King of the Feral Imps finally gets the ultra rare treatment. We got Chamber Dragon Maid, and we got Jurakastero. I'm gonna just unsleeve that Foxy tune now. Thought the stamps were rare. I didn't realize you got one every pack, but I guess fair enough. Okay, we got Gem Knight Zirconia. We got Bat, the Forest Ninja. Of course. Why wouldn't he be a ninja? We got Twin Pillars of Ice, an Alexis Rhodes card. We got Along Girsu, the Orchestrator, and Lib, the World Key Blade Master. So, let's get on to pack number 5. This is actually going pretty good. We've got Necros Divine Mirror, Gem Merchant, Herald of Orange Light, Nightmare Phoenix stamped. That's quite nice. And a Gem Knight Fusion. Ooh, that's a really nice alt. Oh, I like that. Of course, I actually really like the regular artwork for Gem Knight Fusion. Honestly, it's one of my favourite arts in the game. It was one of the few things that made like Shatterfoil look good back in the day. Shatterfoil Gem Knight Fusion. That was a really nice card. We've got Necros Kaleidoscope, Gem Knight Prismora, Gem Elephant, Dragon Maid Hospitality as the stamp, and Absorb Fusion. Way! Yeah, it's been over 10 years waiting to pick those up. That and Lady Brilliant Diamond, just cards from Clash of Rebellion that were weirdly obscure. Absorb Fusion was probably easier to find. Lady Brilliant Diamond, ever since, has been one of those... Oh, Mordekaiser has been one of those where it's like, if you can see it on eBay, you should probably just buy it if you want it. Tidal, Dragon Ruler of Waterfalls, Giganoto, Galatea, and Stream, Dragon Ruler of Droplets. Pretty cute. You know, if there ever was a Lady Brilliant Diamond listed on eBay or Card Market or whatever, you know, yeah. There were many times where I regretted not buying one for like £18. Unchained Soul of Anguish, Fabled Gamajin, Gem Knight Topaz, Gagaku Punk Wagon, and Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon Chibi. I don't know if and what the Chibi ones are actually worth, but, you know, better to see them than not see them, I suppose. Sleeve them up regardless, and we'll move on to the next pack. We have got Heraldry Reborn. That's a nice little rarity bump. Actually, we'll put them aside. We have got Revelation of Hope. That's cool. That's a nice little artwork. Cool, I like that. We got Necros Mirror. We got Jaruri Punk. And we got Necros of Metaltron. Right. We've got Jurak Impact. We've got Heraldic King Genome Heritage rarity bump to an ultra. That's nice. Advanced Heraldry art bump to an ultra. Also nice. Ogre Dance stamped. And a Jurak Meteor alternate art. That's really nice. That's really cool. Okay. You know, so these Heraldic Beast reprints are a little bit late. I guess they weren't supposed to be quite this late. But yeah, I mean, I really didn't want to be suckered back into Heraldic Beasts 10 years after playing them. But like, I actually quite liked the new stuff. But I played one game with it, and I was just like, you know what? I've just had enough of this game. Like, I just think I'm out. We've got Orcus Nightmare and Amelia, Dance Prince of the Necros. It wasn't even a bad game. It was a good game. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Heraldics, and it was funny that, you know, they went back to where they were 10 years ago. We got a Scrap Garage for the key stuff, where, oh, Blaze reprint already. Oh, no wonder man hasn't sold on Card Market. Herald of Green Light, Crusadia Avramax stamped, and a Primite Drill Beam. Yeah, Heraldics have gone back to being like really gimmicky, stupid cards that shouldn't be decent, that were alright, you know, like it it was good to just pick up where we left off 10 years ago. But anyway, we've got Ice Doll. We got Dogmatica Maximus. DD Scale Surveyor. Yeah, I guess I'll have a freezer for DD. Why not? Probably not going to bother making them with the new stuff. Dragon Maid Lawpaw. And Summon Sorceress in Secret. Yeah, after Duelist Advance, I'm probably not going to be bothering with Doom of Dimensions, or indeed any main set, because I have more luck, like, you know, getting rid of the bulk and monetizing the bulk with, you know, side sets like this, where it's mostly, like, archetypal and stuff, and you're less likely to get screwed on valueless secret rares, especially valueless secret rares that aren't even in the box. So we got Tempest, we got DD Extra Severe, we got Heraldic Beast Burner's Falcon. Now, he did not need a reprint. I don't know how you possibly use that card in Heraldics, but we got World Crown Stamped, and we got Zorro, Magistus Verith Ragnar. Okay. Not bad. Okay. We got Call of the Earthbound. Nice little Bakura character deck reprint. We've got Fabled Behemoth. We got Gem Knight Ruby. Fabled could have been the third thing that I was worried would sucker me into making the deck. We've got True Draco Heritage on the end there, but I don't think so. I think I'm far enough out of Fabled at this point to, even when this set was like announced, to think, nah, I won't be going back to that. We've got Necros Cycle, Fabled Realms Revival. We've got Heraldry Reborn, Dragon Maid Shoe, and a Gem Knight Master Diamond Dispersion. Wow, look how cool he looks. He looks brilliant. Nice. Of course, with sets like this, a lot of the stuff is like devoid of value, but then you get your hits on the good value cards, and if you want stuff like this anyway, it gets it sorted for you. You get the fun of the pack opening. We've got Jurak Megalo. We've got Jurak Velfito. We got Wonko, Noble Knight of the Forest. Why wouldn't he be a Noble Knight? We got Okoye, Punk Amazing Dragon, and Necros of Arid Bear. And like I say, you can obviously get money back easier by... You can obviously monetize the bulk easier, so that's always good. We've got Jurak Velo, Spider Shark, Jurak Elio. We've got Dragon Maid Welcome, and Necros of Sophia. Like I said, I don't necessarily think the values are here in the set. That's why we've only got 2 boxes. But, you know, it's fairly easy to make back 2 boxes. We've got a second copy of Mordekaiser. I will hold on to that. And a second copy of Scrap Garage. Because I did try and make a Bandit Keith Heavy Metal Raiders deck before. We got Jirui Punk. I'm just putting crap in this pile, aren't I? None of this is supposed to be in this pile. Jirui Punk Madam Spider. Advanced Swordsman of the Necros. We have about 5 packs left, I think, in this box. Gem Armadillo, nice reprint. Not the easiest card to find, to be honest. Jurak Velfito, Blaster. We've got Nightmare Unicorn. Nice, but not as nice as the alternate art secret rare from the Rarity Collection. And Magical Android, yes! Oh, of course, it's damaged in the corner. Why wouldn't it be? Of course, beautiful, but we've been waiting for that. I actually specifically didn't make a character deck for Seer purely because of the price of Magical Android. Like, I was not paying like 15 for a Magical Android just for a character deck. So it's about time it finally got its much needed reprint. And we'll get into this. We've got Gem Knight Alexandrite, Gem Knight Master Diamond, Gem Turtle, World Legacy World Wand, and Gem Knight Lady Brilliant Diamond, who is also damaged. I mean, that she's full on crinkled there, and double corner damaged. Even if I did the double corners, I definitely didn't do that. Like, what is that? But whatever, we finally got a Lady Brilliant Diamond. I mean, you can knock off like £18 of the price of one of these boxes just for Lady Brilliant Diamond, me having not bought the core one at any point. You know, it's like getting that value back, because I would have done it. We've got Heraldry Crest. Nice! I actually needed this. This was surprisingly expensive. Well, not surprisingly, because there's always a card in old archetypes that becomes expensive due to obscurity. Oh, Skull Servant! Oh, that's damaged as well! They spent 3 months redoing this set. It's damaged in the top corners. It's damaged there. They spent 3 months redoing this set in the factories, and then they've inexplicably damaged multiple cards. Oh my god. Right. Okay. We're going back to this method. I mean, it's still not going to get these weird freaking nail marks out of the cards, but it might help the corners. Behemoth, Megalo, Revelation of Hope, Orcus Crescendo, and an Elemental Hero Neos on the end there as another chibi. So we've seen 3 chibis in this box. One that we were after, nicely damaged. And then I forgot to cut the top off the pack for this one, but whatever. Stego, Amethyst, Ice Doll Mirror, Xiamin, and Stardust Cipher Divine Dragon. So we'll get into box number 2. Yeah, I don't think we set the world alight on the value of that first box, quite frankly. But I mean, if the chibi cards are worth more than it looks on the card market homepage, which is quite possible, you know, quite often you look at the set and it says one thing, and then you go on the actual card and it says a completely different thing. I'm having a feeling we've not got a lot of money in the most valuable cards in the box, but as I say, we'll be able to monetize these archetype bulk, especially since I already have most of the Gem Knight stuff, like the older Gem Knight stuff, so we should be able to get that sold as well, so that's cool. So we'll get some more stuff that doesn't have factory damage on it. Then we can have Noble Knight Wonko. Never even didn't even think about the name Wonko. We've got Spider Shark, Dragon Maid, Anus, and another Cipher Dragon. Another one of those that we get on every pack opening, where you don't see a card for the whole box, and then along comes 2 in a row. Necros Cycle, Fabled Realm, Parlor Dragon Maid. Ooh, another Dirac Meteor alternate art. Of course, I had my Dirac Meteor already when people decided to buy them out, even though the support was confirmed in a Battles of Legends set, famed for their reprints. Alexandrite, Mr. Diamond, Orchestrator, and another Ether Beryl. That's not bad. There's definitely worse secret rares to get. Definitely not mad at another Ether Beryl. This is the second pack opening we've ever done on the channel where we've got 2 of them. Of course, the original one was a bit more interesting. We have got Nurse Dragon Maid, Blue Eyes, White Dragon. That actually looks pretty good. That's actually a pretty good chibi. I might keep that one if it's not worth anything. It might be worth something. It'd definitely be worth something in the future, I'm sure. And thankfully, this one doesn't have any damage on it, like the Skull Servant, so that's good. We, of course, didn't get the Skull Servant in Stampede, which was bad enough set to us anyway. So it's nice to get him in this one, even if slightly damaged, which is obviously just typical. So, Heraldry Reborn, that's a playset, Mordecai's playset, Scrap Garage playset, Bombard, and Necros of Trishula. I'll only need 1 copy of these Keith and Alexis cards for my character decks, but yeah, I might go back to the Heavy Metal Raiders deck at some point. Definitely don't need multiple of the Ice cards. We've got Titanic Galaxy, Journey's Dawn, we've got Symbol Skeleton. You can tell I wasn't playing when Orcust was made, because I would be all over this kind of stuff. And we got another Lady Brilliant Diamond that isn't completely shagged. I mean, it still is a little bit sort of foil creased on the edge, as you can see there. But I mean, better than the other one. Maybe it was me doing the damage to the corners. I did start cutting packs open for exactly that reason at one stage. And then I guess we just completely forgot about that. We got too excited. We just got too excited, wanted to get into the cards and just started ripping them open. So, better get some next round of Dark Magician Girl sleeves. The last round of Dark Magician Girl sleeve. I'm going to have to order some more in for the pack openings after these. Better to have them ready than open a card that's worth something and then have to go into the pack and so on and so forth. So, here we go. As I say, our Starlight Rare pulls have been pretty good since I opened the shop, but or QCRs rather. Oh, to be honest, but we are in a bit of a low point with Yugioh at the moment, so I really wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see a Starlight in this one. But there's always hope. Definitely cut the top off the packs here, guys. We got Blaster, Behemoth, Megalo, Kermrilla, and Gem Knight Holocore. I actually really like this. Holocore is a really cool name. I could live without the the Zephyrfication of everything. I mean, I guess it was because Gem Knights were dragged into the whole Zephyr thing, but yeah, yeah. Okay. Whatever I'm on about. Aquamarine. 2-for-1 repair job, about time. We got another Phantom Quartz, Orchestrated Return, and a Galaxy Journey. Okay. So we got all of the Keith cards. I think we got all the Alexis cards. We got multiple copies of some of the Keith cards that might get used in a Heavy Metal Raiders Jank deck one day. And we definitely don't need multiple copies of the Ice cards, so we're not mad about them. King of the Feral Imps, Zirconia, Bat, Nightmare Unicorn, Primite, Drill Beam. If I am missing anything valuable, well, in this particular instance, yes, I haven't been paying that much attention. I have looked at the value of cards in the set before starting the pack opening, but basically I'm blaming Card Market if I've missed anything for having, you know, incorrect preview prices when you have the set open on there. We got a Secret Rare Gravekeeper's Recruiter. That was unexpected. Remember when that was like a £20 rare? That was crazy. People love Gravekeepers. Durak Velo, Heraldic Beast Unicorn, that's kind of a cool rarity bump, I guess. Necros Mirror, Lady Dragonmaid Stamped, and another Master Dispersion. We haven't seen that valuable Gem Knight yet, which means I'm probably going to have to buy 3 copies of it if I do want to play Gem Knights, which is probably more stuff going against it, because you finally get your Lady Brilliant Diamond and your Absorb Fusions accessible, and then you end up with like a... Well, it was an £8 card on the Oh, Labyrinth Wall Secret Rare. Wow, that was unexpected. It was £8 on the preview page on the set page on Card Market, so it could be more, it could be less, but yeah, still definitely not great. Gem Elephant, Soul of Anguish, Gamma Jin, Dingu, and an Ojama Trio. It is chibi, I guess. Ding 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 ding. Funny that I didn't even think about singing that, I just started doing it. We got Heraldry Crest, we might as well have the playset. Gem Turtle, Aberconway, Galatia Eye. Oh, and another Absorb Fusion, we take them. If we could get the 3rd Absorb Fusion, that would be delicious. But the expensive Gem Knight card, that would be preferable, really. We've got Gem Knight Topaz, Durak, Impact, Genome Heritage, Mech Knight, and Stream. So despite having Heraldic Beast like 10 years ago, I actually only ever had 1 Heraldry Crest because it was really bad back then. And obviously when the new stuff came out, you needed it. And it was like, what, £5 card or something? Orcus Harp Horror. Primite Lordly Lord. That's still a good card. That's still a good value card. We've got Advanced Heraldry Art, Ice Doll, Dogmatica Maximus, Kitchen Dragonmaid, Durak Astero. What's funny about the Heraldry? Oh, Triple Tactics. Okay, that's decent. That's not bad for an Ultra. We got Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix. What was ironic about the Heraldry Crest, the Heraldry Crest, is that they were in an advent calendar years ago, and at some point they were like there were German advent calendars in my locals that everyone bought out because there was a few decent cards in it. And obviously, I could have picked up German Heraldry Crests then, and it wouldn't even really matter because, you know, you don't really need to know what the card does. You just need it. You just need its name. So, yeah, that would have been a good longevity plan, but never mind. We've got Scale Surveyor. That's not bad. Tempest. We've got Extra Surveyor. We got Ib, and we got Lib. I am kind of sick of seeing Ib, though. I pulled, like, 5 copies of it. It's ultra rare from Rarity Collection 1. It was pretty ridiculous. Oh, an Ultra Lapis Lazuli. We'll take that. Lapis Lazuli, sorry. Dogmatica Maximus. Scale Surveyor. And a Nightmare Phoenix stamped. And a True King's Return on the end there. So we did get 3 Scale Surveyor and 2 Extra Surveyor. So we got more or less what we would need, I would imagine, for the DD stuff. Even if that was probably the most passable thing that I would still keep hold of. We got 2 Lady Brilliant Diamonds and a Hollow Core. We got the Chibi Skull Servant, our Magical Android, which I completely forgot about. And we got 2 Master Diamond Dispersion, which is really cool. We got our Keith cards. We got 2 Gem Knight Phantom Quartz. We got our Keith cards. We got our Alexis cards. We got some rarity bumps for our Heraldic Beast, which is always nice. And we got for the chibis, we got an Ojama Trio, an Honest, a Blue Eyes White Dragon, an Elemental Hero Neos, a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and of course the Skull Servant we saw a second ago. And for our decent hits, 1 Primite Lordly Lord and 2 Primite Dragon Ether Barrels. Just a little note to say, as always, I missed off another valuable card, of course, the Galatia Eye, the Orcus Automaton, which is actually the best card we pulled. Poor thing didn't get any credit on the video because I mixed her up with Lib, who is valueless, and spent the whole video thinking Lib was worth money. Okay? And I don't think we set the world alight on this pack opening. I mean, maybe I'm wrong again, but I don't think we set the world alight with this box opening. But to be honest, it was kind of nice to just go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! And, you know, do something with a bit less on the line than buying a main set where you have to pull decent secret rares to get your money back. And yeah, it's always fun to do these side sets, especially when, I mean, I've got this much of myself invested in it, as much as I wasn't really expecting or planning to keep the Heraldic Beasts. But yeah, pretty cool. So that's everything for this one. And I do have 2 boxes of Rarity Collection 2, which have recently been reduced on my wholesaler. I've got 2 boxes of this to open, which will be coming soon. And there are plenty of other box openings already on my channel. So if you'd like to check those out, they'll be in the DSW Tabletop playlist in the end screen. But for now, I really do appreciate you joining me. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye.